In this video, we will completely transform this front yard using recycled material only, adding to my all-time $0 makeovers. Jumping straight in with where we left, and that was me building a privacy screen to shield off my front yard from the little country lane. And because my outbuildings are full with scrap materials saved by the previous owners, it would be a crime not to reuse some of it. And although it's old material, probably still from Soviet times, I was $1,000,000% sure that if I go through it properly, I will be able to find something useful. And I wasn't wrong. But the task now was to come up with a design that isn't too fussy but still will work. First, I needed to adjust the wood to the right sizes, then start putting the main structure together, where instead of spending money on screws, I again opted to use what I had, which was some nails, but mainly, cable ties. I just love them. They are so diverse, and you can use them in household, in projects, in van life, anywhere. And so the new screen was coming up bit by bit, until the ribs were done. And now it was time to close it up with planks or something, but I was kinda hesitating. No, I would just cover all these beautiful shrubs, this tree, the flowers, the new trees. I like to see my new trees, you know, how they're doing. Look. If I could just grow like flowers, climbing plants there. But again, it will take some time to grow. I need something immediately, but not made out of hard material. Rather something that is easy to adjust and move around once the climbing plants start to grow. So I found this fabric in a garden center, and I think perhaps something along these lines. See, and I just attached what I used the summer before. See, just for you to see how this black fabric will go up. And then also I will redo these chairs. They look a bit sad. I wanted to reposition them, but they are cemented in. So I need to keep them there as they are, but then we will make them look absolutely amazing. These are just a bit there. Get rid of this one. But actually no, this is a good table for working. Like, I mean, when I'm sewing, I will not be sewing on these benches, will I? Once they're repaired. But then I can use this table instead. Don't I, Snoopy? Yeah, so I will just store it on a side somewhere. And for outside, we will need to make a beautiful table. Yeah, this is gonna look awesome, honestly. It will look great, honestly. But before I put up the black screen, I wanted to tackle these benches first. But I think I needed to sleep on it. Got big eyes there. Ooh, look at this. Look at this gorgeous thing. Hello, Snooper. Quite thick layer of ice still during the night. You wanna play? Way! Way! You play with your eyes. Crispy? Well, spring was definitely here, and I felt so excited about all the upcoming art and craft projects, as well as summer travels and van life. It was so amazing to see the colors returning to what can be a very gloomy country in winter, which was the case this year because we didn't even have the color white. Due to lack of snow, it's been mainly damp and miserable, but thankfully it all started to change. Or did it? Just as I was getting my summer clothes out of the back of the closet, the weather surprised us with a blanket of snow. And it was a bit weird to see my little trees and grass covered in snow, and I felt a bit like. But just knowing that summer is not far anymore brought the good feelings back, fading the gloomy winter away slowly but surely. And again, I was able to do things that I love. Returning to our front yard, $0 makeover, where now we had the task to find the material to rebuild the benches. Of course, sticking to my plan, buying nothing, only reusing what I have. I just needed to give myself some time to look through the scraps and junk, and again, voila! A perfectly reusable material, which then was cut into the right sizes, sanded down, leaving a smooth, clean surface for the bottom and the back as you sit on it. Then it was a matter of rearranging and screwing them down to the old base, which I'd left there because it was nailed and glued onto the metal parts, impossible to remove. But it doesn't matter, I'm already liking what I see, even though we are not finished yet. But you gotta hang on for a sec because I had to deal with this first. Well-deserved cake. It's a cottage cheese tart with some cherries inside. Mmm, I'm pretty naughty, am I? Now, where were we? If you follow me for a while, you probably have noticed that black is one of my favorite colors. First of all, it just looks smart. It's also suitable for any occasion, any season, any whatever. It just looks so good and sophisticated, especially when used in some parts and details. It just brings everything together. Plus, on black, any other colors will stand out and go well. It won't clash or argue. Black is a peacemaker color. And the benches look amazing now. Black goes so well with the wooden planks, which otherwise have a very rustic look, but the black frame gives it a modern twist. I still want to add a coat of varnish or something to the wood for it to last longer, but otherwise this is it, guys. The benches are ready and I just love how both of them are a bit different. It's like they are brothers but not from the same father. Crazy stuff, I know. Now all what's missing is table. 13 degrees still in the evening. Still no leaves, but won't be long now. In fact, it only took a couple of warm days for the first leaves to come out. Wow, summertime is a happy time. But also, it's a project time, and so the next we had to build was the outdoor table. Of course, sticking to my $0 plan, upcycling what we can find around the outbuildings, and immediately these caught my eye. What should they? Of course, they are great. I just needed to make them secure to withstand wind and storm, where at first I thought I need to screw or glue them together, but as with everything else in my life, I just wanted to simplify it. I knew there must be a simpler, fuss-free way, and voila! Reusing bricks from the old wood stove that we demolished. It certainly opened my eyes to endless possibilities in reusing old tires and some other future projects. Now it is stable as hell. Look. But as cool as it was, at this stage you wouldn't be able to put anything on it. So it needed a top. And immediately something like a wooden top of an old wine barrel came to my mind, but after searching around in my barns, I just couldn't find anything like that. So again, I had to look through the scrap material, where I found these. Nice, decent looking planks, still in great condition, and I absolutely love that they are so thick. It will be a proper sturdy tabletop, but it was a bit of a challenge to try to cut the round shape with the jigsaw. So we switched to a proper man's tool instead, which did the job just as well and in no time. I also applied linseed oil. I just heard that it helps. I heard somewhere that it helps to preserve the wood, especially when it's exposed outside. Oh my god, it's so heavy. Honestly, it is so beautiful. Wow, I can't believe it. Like, what? And so the back is like this. See? Just simple, so that it fits inside the wheels. Okay, I think before we do the final show off, let's just put the black screen on. By the time I get to it, it's already dandelion time. I missed it last year, didn't I? When I came back from Spain too late. Wow, look at that. Dandelions, dandelions, dandelions. Honestly, this was last time when I was here, and now, isn't that amazing? Yeah, that's what I like about springs here. When it comes, it just comes. I need to tidy these before I attempt to cut grass for the first time, but I think I will just leave the dandelions to grow a little bit. I just love how they look. Yeah, but soon we will try if that lawnmower what I have still working, because what I did, I forgot to empty the old oil and the old petrol in the autumn, so fingers crossed. And the apple tree leaves are coming out nicely. Soon there will be full shade, nice for summer heat. Because lately we are having very, very hot summers here, I tell you. Alright guys, it's time to put the black screen on. I opted actually to put only one layer on, which will let through the light. See? But you just can't. If you go too close to it, maybe you can see what's behind really, but otherwise it's like a blur picture. You could see maybe someone is walking, but you wouldn't see the face, you wouldn't see what they're wearing and things like that. So yeah, and that way I can see still the light through the bushes, the greenery. Wow. Look, I'll show you from the other side now. You can't see exactly what's happening behind it, so it's perfect. It's just perfect. Yeah, on the black also the greenery stands out, everything. Oh my god, look, hello. Oh my god, the grass is so green and grown, bloody hell. Hello Snoopy, so beautiful, and the cherries are blooming. So beautiful. Hello Snoopy. Oh, okay, let's put it on. Also, guys, check this out. Like that? How I didn't think about that before. But anyways, here we go. It can also be my coffee table. I don't even need two tops. I can just bring this one inside when I'm done outside. How do you like it, guys? It's a little bit rustic, isn't it? But otherwise, wow! I love it. I love it. This is again my favorite spot in this property, the front yard. And now it's like, whoa! Whew! Very happy. Now we need to think of the next project. What was the next project? Yeah, fire pit. Guys, in the next video, we're gonna make a fire pit right here in the middle. So we can do some barbecue, things like that. And you know I like to cook on a fire. So yeah. And again, of course, we're gonna be reusing what we have. Not buying anything. Nothing at all. So yeah, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss the next video. Because otherwise you'll just miss out, man.